Parents, how did your child change your life forever? I thought becoming a mother would change my life. I just didn't realize my daughter would save it too. When Lily was born, my husband Ryan cried harder than I did. He held her against his chest and kept whispering, "She's perfect. She's perfect." For a while, we really were happy. Late night feedings, tiny socks everywhere, falling asleep on the couch with the baby monitor between us. It felt like the life we'd always wanted. Then Ryan got promoted. At first, I was proud of him, but the higher he climbed at work, the less I saw him at home. Business trips turned into networking weekends. Late meetings became overnight stays. His phone suddenly lived face down. I noticed all of it, but every time I asked, he'd kiss my forehead and tell me I was overthinking. And honestly, I wanted to believe him, because when you have a baby with someone, you don't just trust them with your heart. You trust them with your entire future. When Lily started talking, her first word wasn't mama. It wasn't Dada either. It was Ava. Clear as day. Ryan and I just stared at each other. "Who's Ava?" I asked, laughing nervously. Ryan shrugged immediately. No idea, but something about how fast he answered bothered me. Still, babies say random things all the time, right? Except Lily kept saying it while coloring, while eating breakfast, even in her sleep once. Ava funny. Ava pretty. Ava says daddy sings bad. That last one made my blood run cold, because Ryan did sing badly, constantly. And we'd never said that around her. I started paying attention after that. Really paying attention. Ryan suddenly guarded his phone like it contained nuclear codes. He smiled at texts he wouldn't show me. Started showering the second he got home. Then one night, Lily was sitting on the kitchen floor playing with dolls. When she looked up at me and asked, "Mommy, why you cry when daddy visits Ava?" My entire body went numb. I asked her what she meant as calmly as I could, and my 3-year-old answered like she was describing the weather. "We go see Ava when you work." I felt sick. The next morning, after Ryan left for work, I checked our tablet that was synced to his photo cloud. At first, there was nothing. Then I found a hidden folder. Dozens of pictures. Ryan and a woman with blonde hair. At restaurants, hotels, selfies in my car, and worst of all, pictures of my daughter with her, eating ice cream, watching movies, sitting on her lap like they were playing family behind my back. I couldn't even cry yet. I just sat there staring at the screen while my hands shook so hard, I nearly dropped the tablet. When Ryan came home that night, I confronted him immediately. At first, he denied everything. Then he blamed me. Said I'd become emotionally distant after having Lily. Said Ava understood him. I remember laughing, not because it was funny, because I genuinely couldn't believe someone could betray their family and still somehow act like the victim. Then he said the sentence that destroyed whatever love I had left for him. "She makes me feel alive again." Meanwhile, I was raising his daughter, running on 3 hours of sleep for years, sacrificing my body, career, sanity, and apparently that just made me boring. I filed for divorce the next week. Ryan moved in with Ava almost immediately, and for a while I thought maybe that was the worst part. I was wrong, because the hardest thing wasn't losing my husband. It was watching Lily miss him. Every night she'd ask why daddy didn't live with us anymore. Every single night I'd lie through my teeth to protect him. "Daddy still loves you. Daddy's just busy. None of this is your fault." Then one evening, about 6 months after the divorce, Ryan picked Lily up for the weekend. 3 hours later, he brought her back unexpectedly. Said she had a fever, but the second I carried her inside, she wrapped her arms around my neck and started sobbing. Not normal crying either. Terrified crying. I asked her what happened. At first she wouldn't answer. Then finally she whispered, "Ava said if daddy marries her, she gets to be my new mommy." I saw red. Absolute red. Because my daughter wasn't confused. She was scared. Scared she was being replaced. Scared I could disappear. That night I called Ryan screaming. And do you know what he said? She didn't mean it like that. That was the moment something inside me snapped completely. I spent the next year fighting for full custody, documenting everything. The instability, the affairs around Lily, the emotional manipulation. And eventually, I won. Ryan only gets supervised visits now. But here's the part that still haunts me. A few weeks ago, Lily and I were driving home from school when she suddenly asked me, "Mommy, why did daddy stop loving us?" I pulled the car over because I couldn't see through the tears anymore. And before I could answer, my little girl quietly said, "It's okay though." I asked why, and she looked out the window and said, "Because you loved me enough for both parents."